My teacher was Alan Capro, and he told me about the actionists and about environmental art and about a number of different ways of making art that had nothing to do at all with painting, except that they were based on a sort of visual training. So I started looking into these artists' works and into performance, conceptual art, very, very early performance, because this was in the 1970s, the performance artists who were working in the late 60s and early 70s. Sound according to the same sort of rules, or just a way of thinking, according to the same approach that I had learned in painting, treating sound as a series of frequencies that we respond to in an emotional way.
The North is protected from the Catholic Church. The North is not protected from sexual intercourse. The North is not protected from abortion. The North is not protected from love. The North is protected from greedy old people without teeth and with a terrible smell between their toes, and without knowing it, becoming part of a bigger structure, forming what we call life.
With the workshop, what I had planned to do was to introduce the participants to a series of experiments that have been made in sound art, kind of sound art, or just experiments in sound. Starting with Schwitters and going on into the 60s, people who were working in the 60s, people who were working in the 80s, and people who are working now. Just to give the participants sort of a background of what's possible to do with sound. To give an idea of what these other people have done with sound. And the one thing that they have in common is that they all have a visual training. They're not trained as musicians. That was the last thing I wanted to do, was to try to tell somebody what to do or to think. Instead, everyone took this assignment, looked into themselves in some way, and created something that not only showed that, but was interesting to listen to, interesting to look at, and that I think worked very well within the context of the group as well.